Hey folks, this is Eric Chapelle, the South Jersey real estate guy working with Weicker Realtors in Cherry Hill, New Jersey. And today I want to talk to you about something that might help you get offers accepted. So stay tuned. When you make an offer on a house, you hope that that seller will accept your offer. You hope that you will get this house because maybe it's your dream house. Maybe it's the one you thought you always wanted. And only to find out that somebody outbids you, somebody got their offer in before you, and you put all your eggs in that one basket. And when that basket catches on fire, you feel terrible and you wonder, what more can I do? And so today I want to talk to you a little bit about the multiple offer strategy. The multiple offer strategy in buying homes refers to a tactic that's employed by home buyers in a competitive real estate market, kind of like we're in right now. It involves submitting multiple offers on multiple properties in hopes of securing at least one. Now, here's how the strategy works, and here are some key elements, to getting the home that you really, really want. So the first step in the multiple offer strategy is identifying multiple properties. When I'm working with a buyer, I normally say to them after we tour a home, how does this home rate on a scale from 1 to 10? I tell my clients this. If the house is a 7 or better, and I'm not talking about price, I'm just talking about the house, would you feel comfortable owning this piece of property? Then I suggest to them that they should make an offer on that house. An offer is kind of like a first date. There'll be some negotiating that goes on if your offer is accepted, but right now it's about getting offers and getting in the habit of making offers on homes that have potential for you. And so you need to find several homes that you identify that are on the market that you can buy that would work for you and work for your family. Even though you're not planning on buying every single home, you should prioritize the properties. If you go out and see 7 and 5 of them are a 7 or above, you ought to put in order which one's number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, so that way if that offer is accepted, you know which direction you're going to go in. Now, once you've identified multiple properties, then you want to start making multiple offers. You need to submit offers on multiple homes. You say, well, Eric, I can't buy more than just one. Yeah, that's true. You can only get one at a time. But the big thing is that you need to get in a habit of putting down multiple offers, especially when it's a seller's market and there's a lot of competition trying to buy the home that you want. And this increases your chances of getting a home, especially in this kind of market. To make your offers more competitive, you might need to include terms like higher earnest money or big money down. You might want to use an escalation clause. Some realtors hate them. But an escalation clause means we're going to put an offer in here up to this number with proof that you have an offer this high, and we'll go up to this number in increments of either $1,000 or $2,000 until you hit that maximum threshold where all of a sudden you're no longer in the market. So that's one thing you could throw in there. Also, you can be flexible with the closing dates. If the person needs more time to move out and find a home, maybe being flexible on the closing date will help them look at your offer differently than they do somebody else's. So now you've identified multiple properties, you've made multiple offers. Now let's talk about managing risks. When it comes to managing risk, in the case where my client last year had 4 separate offers accepted, you need to be prepared to walk away from any home. You do not want to handcuff yourself to any properties. If you get a multiple offers accepted, several of them you put out there and several get accepted, you may need to walk away from one or more. And it's crucial to have a clear idea of your budget, your priorities, and if you receive an offer of acceptance on a piece of property that you no longer want, it's really, really important to withdraw your offer before it becomes a hardened contract. Another thing about managing your risks are contingencies. You need to keep your contingencies in mind when it comes to your offers. It could be a finance contingency where we want this home provided we can get the funding for it. Or maybe it's a home inspection contingency. That's most likely because people aren't even going to accept an offer if you don't already have an approval from a bank for the loan. But if these conditions, like in a home inspection, some people waive them. I honestly would tell you don't do that, but I would get the inspection done, but don't make it a part of a negotiating process unless there's some kind of structural damage to the home that makes it unsafe for you and your family to live there. Write that in your offer so that you can say, look, barring any structural damage, we're moving forward on this house. But if there is, we want the right to be able to walk away. Now, using this strategy and using the multiple offer strategy, if your agent doesn't suggest it, I'm sorry. But if you're with me, I'm going to tell you these things, but it's so important. And this is the next thing I want you to think about is communicate with your agent. You've got to be transparent. I mean, honestly, as an agent, I can't read your mind. I mean, I'd like to think I could. If I did, I'd get myself a little crystal ball and some, things that I could go over, make some extra money, but I can't. I need you to tell me what's going on up here in Cranial Command. So the big thing is your agent can advise you on how to structure your offers to increase your chances of getting your offer accepted, but you've got to be honest and tell them exactly what's going on financially, personally, and how you really feel about a piece of property. During the multiple offer strategy, there are some ethical considerations to keep in mind. The truth is, when you're going out to buy a house and you're putting offers on homes, you have every intention of buying that home if they accept that offer. If they don't, you don't get a house. But here's the thing, sellers get multiple offers. They might get anywhere from 3 to 17 different offers. And they pick and choose which ones they want to go with based on terms, based on how the offer's written up, based on a lot of things. But they have choices. And it seems like buyers put themselves in a box where they have no choices. So I would like to encourage you, use somebody that can help you in this area and help you have more choices. And also respect the seller's time. As an ethical thing, that seller's trying to sell their house. They don't want to be playing games with people. They don't want to be wasting their time. And so it's really important if you decide not to take their home to withdraw your offer immediately. If you have another offer accepted and you're going to go with that house, make sure you let that seller's agent and that seller know you're not moving forward with their house. The multiple offer strategy can be effective in a hot real estate market, kind of like what we have going on right here in New Jersey, but it requires careful planning, good communication, strong understanding of your priorities and your budget, but most importantly, working closely with your buyer's agent, your real estate agent, to ensure that you're making a competitive, thoughtful, meaningful offer to a seller. An offer that aligns with your goals, but also minimizes the risks that could be involved with making multiple offers. So keep these things in mind. If you're looking to buy a house and you're not sure which agent to use, or maybe you're looking for a real estate agent, or you have a friend looking, hey, mention my name. Let them know that I'm in the business. I'd be willing to work with them. And even if it's a first-time home buyer, I find a lot of joy in doing that. But my name's Eric Chapelle, the South Jersey real estate guy. It's been a pleasure talking to you tonight. We'll talk again soon.